so if there's one thing that surprised you, because I know that you worked with Bob Dylan in portion on this, was there anything that surprised you in your interactions?
Well, surprise might be too strong a word, but that there was kind of a common sense quality to the choices he made that came much more from kind of primal feelings, as he explained them to me, and less from some kind of sense of kind of destiny or charting a course somewhere. For example, the desire to have a band was a desire he had since he was 13. And in Minnesota, he was a fan of Little Richard and Johnny Cash and country music and roots music and blues. A lot of these are genres and music that is played with a band. And he described to me sitting in the audience at Buddy Holly's concert, and he was fascinated by these guys on stage having so much fun making this music together. And so I think one of the misconceptions of when he went electric was that it was just simply a kind of rebellious or hostile act toward folk music, when I think he had never committed to this dogma that that's all he was ever going to do with his life. Others did who were part of it, but that was it just happened, and he was really good at making folk music and singing it. So he ascended like a rocket. But that, very often what we're good at isn't necessarily what we want. They're two different things. And I think there was a level of dissatisfaction Bob had, or maybe a better way to put it would be loneliness. That's kind of how he described it, that it's lonely being that kind of a singer-songwriter, and that he yearned for company. And I think I think processing his desire to go electric as a kind of desire to have friends who didn't want anything from him. The friends he had, in a sense, as his star rose, all became people who were either now managing his career or hoping they could get a song or a date or something. And that there's something very pure about jamming and collaborating with other musicians, in that it's very much like playing basketball or baseball. You just do it. And there's nothing anyone wants from each other than the chords and the beat and the charts for the song. And so one of those illuminating things was just that desire for friendship and camaraderie, and that was a huge motivation in his movement toward bigger, louder, and music made by more than one person.